Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers that's pushing the word in all sincerity. I'm gonna do this video today. Spirit just had me wanting to go over patience, man. You know, the subject of patience. You know, for the brothers that's been in the truth for a number of years, you know, the so-called veteran brothers, you know, pretty much already know. But for whoever may be watching, that, you know, could potentially be of the elect that don't know, you know what I'm saying, patience is a key component in this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? And when you look up the word patience, it means to suffer. So, you know, when you come into the knowledge, you know, you come to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, it's you know what I'm saying, it's a thing of suffering, man. You have to go through stuff. All right, this truth is not going to be a cakewalk. It's not going to be made for you to be comfortable and for you just to kick your feet up all day, man. You know, you're going to have to endure the sufferings so that you be counted worthy of the kingdom of heaven. You know, so I'm going to read a few verses out of the book of James, the 5th chapter, and yeah, get right into it. So James 5, and I'm going to start at verse 8. It says, "Be also patient. Establish your hearts." Yeah, be also patient. All right. And establish your hearts, meaning your mind. You know, your mind has to be rooted, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be, you basically can't be weak-minded. You can't be easily offended or easily seduced by false doctrines and you know, Satan. All right. So it says, "Be also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of our Lord draweth nigh." Yeah, and you see, you know, brothers putting up, you know, news clips of the prophecies, you know, in particular, the war that's brewing in the Middle East. All right, World War III. All right, the RFID microchip. You know what I'm saying? All of these are signs of the coming of our Lord, okay, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, okay, but his real name is Yahweh Shai. He's a so-called black man. Verse 9, it says, "Grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth before the door. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord." Right, and that's the right. Well, we're basically the prophets coming back in today's time. You know, the scriptures say that the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. If I'm quoting that correctly, meaning that the men that you see now that's out prophesying, okay, those are the same men that was prophesying back in ancient times, man. You know, and they prophesied in the name of the Lord, man. So the name of the Most High and the Son, which is Yahweh, all right, and the Son's name is Yahweh Shai. You know, that's another key component in this word, in this truth, is to have the names. So it says, "Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience." Yeah, so the scriptures give you examples of various men throughout Israelite history of how they endured those sufferings, man. You know, whether it's Job, Paul, okay, Daniel, whoever, man, Ezekiel, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the list goes on and on. You know, the scriptures say that the things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. That's Romans the 15th chapter. So the Lord gave us examples of, you know, our forefathers, our ancestors, that had to endure the same thing that we have to endure today. You know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be a big surprise when all hell come on you, man. It's written in the scriptures. verse 11, it says, behold, we count them happy which endure. Right. Because why? Because we know through enduring, we know we're going to receive the kingdom of heaven. All right. Pursuing the Acts, the 14th chapter, I believe the 22nd verse, I believe it says, through much tribulation, we must enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Roughly paraphrasing, you know. It says, behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job. Yeah, just like I said, Job is a very good example, right? It says, ye have heard the patience of Job and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. It says, I think I'm going to read this last verse. It's verse 12. But above all things, my brethren, swear not, neither by heaven, neither by earth, neither by any other oath, but let your yea be yea and your nay be nay, lest ye fall into condemnation. Right. So that was the point, you know. In that last verse, yeah, man, you gotta be cut and dry too. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to get to the point and don't straddle the fence, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to be. This truth is gonna teach you to be very direct when you deal with certain matters. You know. So I just want to bring out those few verses concerning patience and enduring suffering. You know what I'm saying? We coming towards the finish line, so to speak. America's getting ready to be destroyed. You know, Yahweh Shai is about to make his second coming with the angels. You know, Lord willing, man, we be part of the elect. We're going to get the hell up out of here, man, and receive the kingdom of heaven. So with that, Shalom.